Hi, Person Anthony. Here's Yusheng from Management for Video class. Now I'm going to do my third case analysis. The company I chose is Cal State San Bernardino because I'm an international student, so school is the place where I'm most familiar with. Okay, I'll give you a little bit background of our Cal State San Bernardino. Our school is a public university and one of the 23 general campus of the Cal State University system. So I'm moving to the next part is the structure frame, the five basic parts of the organization by the Henry Mintzberg. So there's five parts in the Henry's organization theory, but I will only choose the three of them, which is the operating core, the middle line managers, and the supporting staffs. So for the operating core is kind of the operating core is the bottom of the organization, and those are the people doing the basic work of producing the products of and delivering the service. So that's basically for our school, because we selling our education. So the bottom line, the operating core will be the professor, and we're moving to the medium line. The medium line, the example that we have will be the director of the human resource. That's the human resource department recruit and dismiss the professor. So that's the second important part. So for the supporting staff is actually not is out of the workforce because they're not doing main job. They're doing a side work, such as we talk about the cooperation, communication team. And next part, we're moving to the human resource frame. So the human resource frame, we talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So we choose the safety needs, esteem, and self-actualization needs. Here, the safety needs is pretty much people will feel safe in their job. So if they feel safe in their job, they will doing their job. If they feel unsafe, they will not doing their job. So for safety needs, what our school can do is to make sure all the employees have the unemployment insurance, make sure they have health insurance, as well as our police department can ensure the campus environment keeping safe and keeping clean environment. So, and esteem is very high needs that people will feel. I'm proud of myself, or I have my self-esteem. That's called self-esteem. So the school award the talented student and award a talent or a very outstanding professor with the scholarship, and they also can publish on the school news to praise them. That's also a way of us esteem. So the third part is self-actualization. The self-actualization is the highest part of human beings, that when people reaching the highest level of the needs, they're not pursuing their psychology or safety. They are not need love. They don't care about esteem. They just want doing their job. They just want pursue their dream. Such as the person who are keeping in the same job for 40, 50 years without requiring the high salary, and they just want to stay in their job. As well as except professor as the faculties working in the school, they just doing their job, not requiring more. That's when people needs goes to top level. That's called self-actualization. So in human resource frame, we also have a giving orders by Mary Parker Flutie. So it is concerned to be governed and depersonalizing and repersonalizing and win-win scenario. So concern to be government is that people think I agree that you can give me some order. That's concern to be governed. So if people was given order, they just receive it without doing anything else, that's depersonalizing. So if I receive the order and and they turn it into personalized. That's called repersonalizing. So that's basically a kind of a expanding. So if depersonalizing people can be smarter, and they will become repersonalizing. They will be very active. They will into active position. So the win-win scenario is kind of very simple. Like for our school human resource department giving the salary or recruit professor. So professor, when they receive salary, and they also giving their knowledge to student, they teach student. That's a win-win scenario. So both parties will not lose benefit. This benefit not only talk about the money or the knowledge, talk about equality. So in the political framework, the power game and the players. This is by Henry Mintzberg. So we have win-win mode, win and skill, and then we have internal and external correlation. The will and skill. The will is the people think they will get something. The skill is the people exactly have the ability. So that's will and skill. So the internal and external correlation is a correlation that inside the group and outside the group. Here we will not we only mention a little about it. So we're moving to the next part. Next part is their political frame. So there's 5 powers in the political frame. So we only choose the 3 of them: is the reward power, cohesive power, and expert power. So for Cal State San Bernardino, the reward power is that the school can reward talent student with scholarship, and that's reward power. So for cohesive power is executed. So the school can punish the plagiarist student with moving them to the school court for further solution. For the expert power, since our school is an educational institution, so the professor has the absolute power into either suggesting or giving the knowledge that they are absolutely right in their field. So that's called expert power. So the last part, the cultural and the symbolic frame. Our school logo is a coyote logo. So our school was founded in 1951, and this coyote logo and those school logo compose our school culture, and our school culture also have the club activity, have the on-campus event that will telling the student our school history, or telling the student our school logo, our school background. Those also a way of telling student history. And the conclusion, there's 3 key findings that I found. Is the first one, this Cal State is an educational institution, also follow the organizational series of 5 basic parts, and the operating core is professor, because since the professor share giving the knowledge as exchange of earning profit. So in Cal State San Bernardino, the campus culture is through the club activity and on-campus event. So my suggestion on further developing school is a sharp problem that exists now is the students really required no increases on the tuition tax, because there's a 5% potential tuition increases on the tuition. That makes students very worried about it. So they will write their thoughts on the ground, and to trying to tell the school that they don't want it. So the school, to better balance the relationship in making profit and keeping their student inside, or not make them outflows. So they should have a better decision on all the school things like protest, all those activities. So that's pretty much my presentation. And thank you, Professor, for your patience. Thank you. Here's Yu Chen.